Okay.
Okay, fine.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we are starting with the game design. And before we start, I would like to talk about the agenda which we will be following for next 3 days. Today is the first day of this boot camp, and today we will be taking you to the AMS game design platform. So we will introduce you with the platform. We will be understanding how to use handpose and postnet platforms for making any kind of AI games on the AMS game design. Tomorrow, that is the second day of this workshop, we will be creating one game related to handpose implementation. And the third day, which is going to be the last day of this bootcamp, we will be learning a game, how to create a game using the postnet implementation. I hope the agenda is clear to everyone. Again, requesting all of you to please turn the cameras on so I can see everyone. Thank you. Okay. Next, what we have to do here is we have to start with the thing that is the game design. So before I start, I would want everyone you to participate and tell me, when I'm saying I want to design a game, what all key components you think would be needed to design any game? Raise your hands. I would like to hear the answer from you first of all. If you need to design a game, what all components you think needed to the game to be designed? Anyone? Sugandha ma'am, please tell.
Yes, basic interface with GUI elements
Mhm.
and a variable maybe for a scoring kind of system.
Okay, great. Anyone else has any idea what all things would be needed?
We must be needing an sprite, a backdrop, and also the what we can say the different elements that we want in our project.
Okay, backdrop is again one of the important thing. Great. Shadrich Samson. Yes, sir. Please tell.
Yes, ma'am. I think basically we need the idea of a game. So, what is the purpose of this game going to be? Okay,
Mhm.
and we need a blueprint. Okay,
Okay.
not just components, the
Mhm.
whole idea of the game. Why are you going to give this game? Maybe you need any learning out of it, or it's going to be just fun, or just
Mhm.
for some entertainment. So, like you come up with a
Kind of a
blueprint,
storyline.
yeah, storyline for the whole thing.
Hmm. Right. Okay, we have received few answers like backdrop is important, storyline is important, some mechanics are important, gameplay mechanics. Anything else you feel is needed in the game to make it more interesting?
I will say graphic works,
Sorry, can you repeat, sir?
graphics work
Graphics, yeah.
so that it
Yeah,
can be
graphics.
catchy.
Animations, graphics, definitely they would be needed. Anything else? Okay, let me show you what all things would be needed. So when I talk about the elements of game design, 5 elements are way too important to create any game. You can add more elements as well, but these 5 are the basic one. First is the gameplay mechanics, where you are talking about all the rules, what all systems needs to be used to make the game interactive, how the player is going to interact, and all those things will come under this gameplay mechanics. Secondly, we need a story, we need a narrative. We need to put a plot where the game will start, why we are doing it, what we have to achieve, what will happen if we achieve it. So there needs to be a narrative or a story that would be required to play the game, to make the game. Third, we have received the answer as visual designs also. So visual design, any graphics, animations, any kind of visual ideas or elements which we can add in the game, which can make the game even more attractive, and students or people would love to play the game, will definitely help the game to like get played more. Then one more thing I think people missed it is the audio or the sound effects. Like, I'll give you an example. You can try it at home as well. Just take a clip of any horror movie and play it for a while. And take the same clip, keep the video on mute, and play some comedy music in the background. And you will notice the difference. The music plays a really important role when you are making any kind of game, or if you're making any kind of videos as well. Music will let you know how the game is going to be. So it will also enhance the working of the project, as well as it will make the game more interactive. So sound or music is going to help you a lot in the game design. And lastly, we have the option of user interface or user experience, that is UX and UI, where the player who is playing the game has to do something. So how he is going to interact, either he has to use some buttons to play the game, or if he is using the body gestures to play the game, whatever way they will be using or interacting with the game is again going to be very important. So these are the 5 elements which are basic one, but needs to be there in the game to make it work properly. I hope everyone agreed with this. Or do you think we can add few more components here? Anyone has any other ideas?
How come there's not, for how to include even documentation, how to play the rules, all those things?
Yeah, rules will come under the gameplay mechanics.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so I think we have covered mostly all the important things, but definitely you can add few more things if needed in your game based on what type of game we are creating. Now, next, if I move to the next part, we will be now introducing you with the game better. Before I do this, I request everyone to make sure you have already signed in with the Avishkaar website. In case you haven't, then I'm sharing the screen. Please do it the way I'm doing it. Or if you already have done, please open your account on Avishkaar website. So here you can see my screen. You need to open Avishkaar website. I'm sharing this link in the chat section. I have shared the link of the Avishkaar website. Please open the website. In case you have already signed in, you will be able to see your name over here. If you haven't signed in, you will be able to see the sign in option. Click on it. You have two options. Either you can sign in through your mobile number, or you can use your email ID to sign in. Take your time, sign in, and let me know. In case you are facing some issues, we are here to help you. I request everyone to let me know if you have already signed in so that we can move ahead.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Anyone who is facing issue in signing in, please let us know. Sandeep, you have to open the website of the Avishkaar. I have shared the link. I'm sharing it again. After opening this link, you have to go to this top left corner, top right corner to sign in. If you haven't created the account, please create it using your phone number or email ID. After the account will be signed in, you will be able to see your name on the top of the screen. Anyone if facing the issue in signing in, please let us know. Those who have already signed in, can you please give me a thumbs up so that we can move ahead? Okay, great. Fine. Okay, I think most of you have already signed in. In case someone will be facing any issue, we can help them through chat box. Shubham is here to help us all. Else we can move ahead. So now after signing in, there is the option of AMS available on the top right corner. Click on AMS. And you will be able to find AMS has 5 different forms of projects creation. One we have is a hardware section where you can use your hardware kits if you have to do the coding. Second, we have is AI, ML or AI and machine learning, where if you want to create projects on machine learning and artificial intelligence, you can go and make the projects here. Third, in case you want to do the coding on Python
Hello.
platform is available. There is one option available for simulators in case you don't have any kit, but you want to do the coding on the hardware part. So you can use simulators to get the feel, and then after understanding, you can buy the kits as well. And today we will be focusing on game builder. So I request everyone to please click on this game builder section. We have two options available here as well.
Sign on
One,
Avishkaar. Excuse
ma'am,
me,
yours.
ma'am.
Yes.
I'm unable to sign in on Avishkaar website. Could you please help me?
Sure. Shubham, can you please help Priyanka, ma'am? Ma'am, please write in the chat section. He will be there to help you. Okay. So now you can see in the game builder, we have two options available. One is AI hand gesture game. Another is AI body pose game. So if you're making a game where you want to use your hand as a AI component, which will be showing the different gestures of your hand and then playing the game, you can go for that one. In case you want to use your body pose or body postures to play the game, you can go with that one. You can select any one of them. I'm going with hand gesture for now. A screen will get open after you select this option. I will repeat if anyone has missed it. I'll repeat this part. After clicking on the AMS, you will be getting 5 options. Please select Game Builder. After selecting Game Builder, you will get 2 options. You can select any
हेलो
one of
मैम, एक मिनट दे दीजिए आप मुझे। मैं ना हमारा बूट कैंप भी चल रहा है।
you can select any one of them. I am using AI hand gesture. And screen will get open like this. Here you can see this is the workspace area where you can make the project. You can write the code here. In the left hand side, we have all the blocks available. So whatever type of coding you want to do, you will be selecting the block, drag and drop the block on the workspace area, and you will be able to create the code. In the right side, we have two options. One is preview, another is the game assets. So after creating the game, if you want to preview, if you want to see how the game is looking, you can go here. If you want to use any of the game assets, or if you want to upload the assets, you can use the game asset section. Let me just check if there is any queries we have from the chat section. Okay, no such queries right now. There is one option available on the top left corner that is showing library. So in case you are making any game and you want to use sprites or background images, all the things are already there in the library. So you can go and check out what type of sprites needed, what type of background images needed. If you want to add some music or tones, all these things are already available in the library. In case you are not satisfied with this, you want to add your own components. Here is a section in the game asset where you can upload the components and you can use them. I'll be talking about each of these things one by one. Till the time we are not starting with the game, I think explaining this will not be helpful. So I'll start with the game and then I'll talk about how to use these things. Anyone has any queries or doubts still here, please let me know.
Ma'am, the game we are creating is able to play in PC or mobile.
Ma'am, the game we are creating will be only working on the laptop or PC. We will not be able to use mobile here.
Ma'am, will we get the recording of this session?
Yes, ma'am, you will be getting.
Okay, on our email or WhatsApp?
Is the game is playable or 3D or 2D?
Okay, the recording will be provided to you through emails and The game we are going to create is a game like you will be adding the blocks, and after the blocks would be added, the game will be created, and the preview would be available on the left hand side or on the right hand side. Should we start?
And the game we are creating, is that 3D or 2D?
2D, ma'am. I hope everyone can see my screen right now.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you brief, because when I was signing in, I just repeat the process, ma'am.
Okay, sure. Let me repeat the process again. I'll just share the screen again. You have to first go to the Avishkaar website. You have to sign in, and then you have to open AMS. After selecting AMS, you will be able to see you have 5 options available on the screen. You have to select Game Builder. And after selecting Game Builder, we will be getting 2 options. One is AI hand gesture, another is AI body pose game. You can choose either of them for today. I am selecting hand gesture, so you can open this. The platform will open. You will be able to find all the blocks in the left hand side. The center section is the workspace area where we can drag and drop all the blocks. In the right hand side, we have 2 sections. One is the preview, where you will be able to see how the game is working. And second we have is the game assets, where you will be able to see the assets you are using, or in case you want to upload or create, you can do that as well. In the left hand side, there is a library available. So you will be finding all the sprites, images, music, everything is available here in the library. If you want to choose from here, it's your choice. Else you can go and upload your own as well. Is this much clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Fine.
Okay. So now I'll talk about the 3 components which are very important for making any game. One is the sprite. Sprite is going to be any of your component or any object in the game which is going to have some motion and which can interact on the screen. So let's suppose you have a car in the game which is moving, that is going to be a sprite. If there is any hurdles we have placed on the game so that the car should not touch those hurdles, the hurdles will also be a sprite only. And it could be any kind of component you are adding, any object you are adding, it will become sprite if it has some motion or if it is interacting with the different components of the screen. Second thing which is important while making the game is going to be your events. So when I'm saying event is something where it's a kind of a scenario which is triggering some action. For example, if you have placed a score in the game and you want, if the score reaches 200, you will be able to win the game. So the winner kind of statement is coming on the screen. So event is if the score reaches to 100, then what will happen? You will be taking an action after the event has happened. Or let's suppose there are 2 sprites available on the screen and you're making an event that if both the sprites collide with each other, then what will happen? Or if you want to add something like if the sprite reaches to one of the edge of the screen or it touches the screen, then what should happen? All these are different types of events which we create in the game to make it interesting and to make the game go further ahead, right? So events are the second important thing we have in the games. And third we have is the action, which we will be doing after the event has happened. For example, if the 2 sprites are colliding, maybe one sprite is getting smaller, the size is changing, maybe the orientation of the sprite is changing, the sprite is getting visible or invisible, or the sprite is jumping, running, walking, whatever type of actions you want to do, that will again be important after you selected the event. So 3 things which we are using in the games are sprites, events, and their actions. These 3 combine to create any kind of coding which we will be doing today. I hope this much is also clear to everyone. Any doubts still here or any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
I'll have a look on the chat section. Sir, you will be able to play the game on your PCs or your laptop. Mobile, if you're doing the coding on mobile, that would be a little difficult thing. Okay, I think we can move ahead now. So we will now start with the interface of the game builder. I'll talk about the interface. Just a second. Okay, so I'll first show you this screen, the preview screen. On the top right corner, you will be able to find this icon, which is the zoom in icon. Press on it, the entire screen will get open for you. Here, you will be able to find the result of your game, the way you will be making the game, how it's working, you will be able to see it here. If I talk about this section, this point on the screen, I'll just annotate it to make it a little better. Okay, this point you can see, this is the starting point of the coordinates. So there is an x-axis, there is a y-axis. Using that component, we will be able to make the sprite move. We will be able to place the components on the screen. So the value of this particular point is 0, 0. So x is also 0 and y is also 0 here. Okay. If I talk about the height here, the length of the screen is 450 pixel. So maximum we have the 450 pixel length. And if I talk about the width of this entire screen, it's 800 pixel. These are the basic things which we need to know before we start the game. So the size is clear to us. The points are clear to us. Now, if I place my cursor anywhere on the screen, let's say I'll start the game. Okay. If I place my cursor anywhere on the screen, you will be able to see it's showing some value of x and y. Based on which particular section you want to place the component or any of the sprite, you can select that section. What is the value of x? What is the value of y? And then you can use it for making the project. Now to start with the game, I'll be pressing on this game section. And there are two main components available. One is the game setup. Another is the game loop. These are the two important things we need to play the game. If we are not taking any one of them on the screen, the game will not work. So requesting all of you, when you are starting with the game, both the components are needed to start. First is the game setup. It is the section where you are setting up all the required components. For example, if you need a background, if you need a sprite, all those things we will be setting up in the game setup section. And in the game loop section, we will add all those things which will continuously be working. For example, the actual game which we want to play, that all thing will be happening inside the game loop. But the initial things which are needed to be there on the screen, we will be setting them up in the game setup section. Any questions still here, anyone? Anyone?
Ma'am, can you just repeat these both once again?
Sorry, sir, can you repeat?
No, can you, yeah, I'm asking you, ma'am, can you actually repeat these two functions once again?
Sure.
This game setup and game loop. Thank you.
Sure. So game setup is a section when you are starting the game, you have to add some components on the game. For example, the background, it could be some kind of sprites, it could be some kind of music, which is initially needed, and then you can use that multiple times, right? So you need the sprite for once, you need to add it once, and then later on you can use it multiple times. That would be added in the setup section. And how the game will be working, that game loop will be deciding. So all the things like how the sprite is moving, where it has to go, what is the entire script of the game, that will come inside the game loop section. I hope it's clear.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. So before we start the game, can anyone tell me if you have ever played such games, any of the games in mobile phones or in computers, which you feel is interesting ones? Anyone, please tell me if you have ever played any game.
Yes, ma'am. Mario game.
Mario, okay. Yeah, Mario is one of the most like
Famous.
oldest game I have heard. Pac-Man is again one of them. Any latest game I can think you can think of? Subway Surfers, okay. PUBG.
Ma'am, Candy Crush.
Candy Crush, okay, yes, that's also a game. Great. God of Wars, okay.
Need for Speed.
Sorry.
Need for Speed.
Make for Speed, okay. I haven't heard about it. Block games, Roblox, okay. Minecraft, Subway Sub or Mario, right. These are some basic games. Or if someone has ever played Temple Run, that used to be one of the game. It was very famous earlier. Clash of Clans, Uncharted. Okay. Yeah, so these are the games where you find that there is a Tetris case. So if you see, these games contain few things which are very important: a background, sprites, then there are some music happening, then there are some like some action is happening, and you are getting a script, like you have to follow these things to move to the next level, or maybe you have to score something to move to the next level. All these things would be needed here also when we will be creating the game, and we will be using all these things here when we will be working on the game. So let's start with the game. So I have said that we can set up a game setup. So for that, I'll go for the world section. In the world, we have the option to set the background of the game. So background is going to be any image which will be coming on the preview section. Right now it's black, right? So if you select any image here, the background image, that will be visible here. And based on what type of game you are creating, you can select the background image accordingly. So this one is the default one. So if I press on the play button, you can see that the background is coming here as the image which we have already selected. And in case you can see, the opacity is here 50%. So if I'll just increase the size, or I can just show the preview section. You might be able to see, I need to, I think, shut down the camera from the Zoom. I'll just keep the camera off from Zoom so that I can use the camera on the AMS. Yeah. So if now you can see my screen, I am able to see my face as well as the background is there. That is happening because the opacity we have kept is 50%. If I increase it to, let's say, 80 or 90%. Now, if I see this again, you will be able to notice that my face is not that much clearly visible as compared to the way it was coming earlier. So because we are going to use our hand gestures, or we are going to use our body poses, so you might need your body to be visible, or your face to be visible, or your hand to be visible. That's why we have kept the opacity option here. So you can make the entire screen opaque, or you can increase or decrease the opacity based on the required way you want to make the game. So this is one way of adding the background image. Let's suppose you don't want to use this image. In that case, you can go to the library section. And as I have mentioned earlier also, we can use the components which are already inbuilt here. Go to background images, and you will find all the space images in one category. Another category we have is a dungeon. Then we have forest images, we have ocean images, some platforms are available, sky images, city images, and colors are there. In case you're not able to decide what type of image you need to take, you can go for some colors also. I'm going to take, let's say, a sky image here. And I'll go back to the block coding. Now, if I press here, you will be able to see I have two options. Either I can select the previous default image, or I can go for the sky image. So I have selected now the sky image, and if I press on the play button, the background image has changed to the sky one. Anyone has any questions till here?
Ma'am, like this background that we set, it's a stationary one. Like, is it possible to change it in the game?
Yes, sir, we can change it later on as well. Maybe we want to change it, let's say, on a particular event when the game is reached to a score of 10. You want to change the background. That is possible.
Okay.
Okay. This is the initial thing which we are keeping. Later on, if you want, yes, you can change it based on what type of game you are creating.
Okay, ma'am, like in the library, there are few backgrounds available. Is it possible to add any own backgrounds if you want?
Yes, that's what I'm about to talk. So here in the game asset section, you will find we have the option to select what type of asset you are talking about. In this case, we have two assets right now. One is a space one, the default image we were having. Another is a sky one. In case you don't want to use any of them, you can go for this another option, that is the draw section. You can draw as well. So let's say I'm selecting a color. green color, and I want to simply fill it here. Then I want to select another color, maybe blue. And I'm selecting some square. So let's suppose I want to create something of my own. That is also possible here. You can make your own background, whatever type of background is needed. That is another way of doing it. If that is also not what you wanted, then there is the option to upload the image. So you can go here. You can select what type of image you are uploading. Either it's a sprite, background image, some music, or a tone. I will select background image. And if you have any image in your laptop, you can select that image. In case you don't have, you can search on internet, download the image on the laptop, and then you can use it. So let's suppose I want to select one image here. Okay, let's say I have selected this image here. I have uploaded the image. So now in the asset section, you can see the third image is also available. I can select this. You can preview the image first. If you like the image, you can go and select this one. This way, we will be able to either use the inbuilt background which we have. You can create your own background by drawing it, or you can upload your own picture as well. I hope this part is clear to everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Just one more thing along with that. Now, when we upload our own background, is there any specific resolution that we should maintain?
No, sir, I have given you the size. It's 800 and 450. So based on that, if you want to take any picture, you can take that. The pixels I have already mentioned.
Yeah. So the same pixels you mentioned, like, 800 into 450.
800 and 450, right.
Okay.
The bigger one will be fine, but lesser will be a little like blur image might be coming on the screen if you are taking a lower resolution picture.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem, sir. Anyone else has any questions till here?
Yeah, can you please repeat it once more, like from code starting?
Sure. So when you will be starting the code, we have to first go to the game section. Here we have two blocks which we have already taken on the screen. One is the game setup, another is the game loop. Game setup is a section where you will be setting the initial components of the game, like the background, the sprites you have to take, the sound you have to use. All those things you can keep it in the game setup section. Game loop is the one where we will be able to add the code where we are running the code and we are playing the game. So what will happen at that point of time, that you can see here in the game loop section. To start with the background, I went to the world section. World is the preview. When you see, this is a world of game. So here you will find the set background image option. I have selected this option and I have placed it inside the game setup section. Choose the image of your choice. Either you can choose it from the library, which is there on the top right, left corner. In case you don't want something from here, in the game asset section, in the bottom right corner, you will find the option. You can either upload your image, you can draw your own image, and this way you will be able to select any of the background image. This much is clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Next thing which we will be doing here is we will be adding a sprite in the screen. So I'll go to the sprite section. We have the option to create a group of sprites. So let's say you are making a game where multiple things are falling or multiple sprites are coming on the screen continuously. In that case, we can go for a sprite group. But for now, I'm creating a single sprite. So I'll go to sprite, create sprite, and I'll write the name of the sprite, let's say car. Okay. After writing the name, I will be able to see all the blocks which are available for making any sprite work. The blocks are there. You can select based on what type of code you want to make. First, create the sprite. So I'm taking the first block here, create sprite. And here you can select the, again, image of the sprite. Again, it's your choice which image you want to take. You can go to the library. Here you can see the sprites and I think car images are available. So let's say I'm taking this car 3 that is in the red color. In case you don't want it, you can again upload your own sprite. You can upload your favorite image or you can draw your own sprite. That option is still available for all the other things as well. Choose one of the option. if you want to upload it, or if you want to draw it, or if you want to select from the library. After selecting it, you will be now able to see if I play the game again. The sprite is coming in the center of the screen. If all of you can notice, if we are not selecting the position where we want to place the sprite, the default position of the sprite is always in the center of the screen. If you want to change it, you can change it based on the requirements. Now, if you see, the size of the car is very small, so I'll increase the size first. We can go to the sprite section, and here we have the option set sprite car scale to. Scale to means how much you want to increase the size. It's already 100%. I'll make it as 200 to make it a little bigger. Again, reset and play. And now you can see the size of the car is much better, and this much is looking fine for me. So I'll take 200. Based on what type of sprite you have selected, you can change the size. You can decrease it also. You can increase it also according to the game you are making. After completing this much, I don't want my car to go on the I don't want it to fly in the sky. I want it on the ground. So I'll keep my cursor here, and I can see the X value is something like 400, and my Y is also 400. So one thing I can do here is I can go to sprite. I can take the section where I have the option to set the sprite position. I'll take this block, and from the world section, we have the option to create actual position where you want to place the sprite. Either you can write the value here, something like this, or you can place the value of world height or world width. So in this case, what you can do is you can use this block also. World width means the maximum amount of value that is X having. It's 800. Or if you want to keep it in the center, you can go for half width also. Similarly, if you want to place the Y on the center of the screen, you can go for half Y. I can keep this one here as half width, and I think it will be on the same section. So I'll reset and try again. Yeah, my car is now set on the particular position where I wanted it to be. Anyone has any doubts still here, please let me know.
Like, where did you get that option for this half width and a block?
You can get the value from the world option. So each block has a color, and the colors are mentioned here. So if you're not able to understand from where we have selected that block, you can see the color, and based on that, you will be able to find the block here.
Ma'am, just one more thing. Is it possible to edit an existing sprite?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay.
You can go to the sprite here. Like we have this card. I can go to the sprites. Game asset. Here you can see I have this car. If you want to edit it, you have the option to edit in case you want to add something here. If you want to change the color, anything you want to do, you can do it. Any doubts still here, anyone? Okay, I'm assuming everyone is able to complete till here, or you want to take some time to complete this much?
And that refresh button is not working. Only we are when we're clicking the play, it is getting refreshed.
Can you reload this page? Before that, sir, make sure you are saving the game. Right, like car game. I'm writing car game here. Save the code and then try reloading it.
Okay.
We can change the position of the car. Wherever you want to place it, you can place it. Let's suppose you want to place it somewhere here. I can keep the X as 0 also. And then if I run the code, you can see the car is there in the starting of the screen, somewhere here. It's not coming the proper car, like the entire car is not here because it's taking the center point of the sprite. So center point is coming on 0. If you want to place it a little forward so you can see the entire sprite, you can go for, let's say, 30. Or maybe 50. Yeah. So this way you can keep increasing the value of X and you will be able to see the entire car. I'll keep 100 once. Okay. Now the entire car is visible at 100. So based on which particular location you want to see the car, you can place that value here. This is 0, 0. If you are going downward, you can see the value of X is same, but the Y is increasing. If you're going towards the right hand side, the value of X is increasing. So based on this particular coordinate formation, you can
640.
Sorry. Yeah. So you can select the particular location where you want to place. The coordinate values is also available on X and Y, so you can use them. Else you can use the value which I have mentioned. Like I have taken it on the half width, that's the center of the screen. Any queries still here?
No.
Ma'am, I'm not getting this block set sprite car scale to 200%.
Okay. Ma'am, go to the sprite section and you will be able to see this option here.
Okay. ठीक है. Thank you.
No problem. Let me know everyone whenever you are done till here so we can move ahead to the next part of the game. I can see few of you have already done this. Let me know if everyone is done so we can move ahead.
Done.
Okay. Ma'am, you're saying preview is not working. Can you try reloading the page and then look at it again? Make sure anyone who is reloading the page, they are first saving the program and then only they are reloading, else the code will not be available afterwards. Okay. Most of you are done. So let's move ahead. This was the basic thing we have. Next thing we have to do is we have to make the game where something is happening.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
that sprite car position from where I take the block.
This you will be finding in the sprite section, sir. You can find this third block, set sprite car position. After this, the green one is available in the world section. So you can take the create position. And from here, you will be able to create the exact value where you want to place the car.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if I talk about this game loop, let's suppose I want my car to go from one location to the other. So let's say I want it to continuously be moving towards the right side. And as soon as it touches the edge of the right side of the right screen, it should be going back to the original position and start from there again, or maybe from the this point, it should be going here and then continuously be moving. If I want something like this, I want that the value of my X is, the values of my car's X is changing. So that means right now the value of X is 400. It should be adding towards the right side. So it can go here. I can go on the sprite section and take a value of block set sprite car X. In this case, we are changing the sprite's x value. So change the sprite x, and you can select a value based on which you want the speed of the car to be changing. Let's say I'm taking here the value as 0.5. And if I run the code, you can see the value of the car, the x value of the car is changing, and the car has moved towards the right side. The speed was a little high. I'm keeping it a little low. I'll keep it as 0.3. Okay. Now it's moving again, and it has reached to the edge of the edge of the screen, and then it is not visible anymore. In case you want it back on the screen, we can make a code for it. I'll go to the control section. A few things are already same to what we already have in other platforms of AMS, like control, math, text, variable, function. These things are similar to what we have in other platforms also. So if you have ever used AMS, you must be aware about these components. From control section, I'm going to take if condition. And I want every time my car touches this particular right edge, it should come back to the original position. So I'm going to go for the sprite section. I'll take the condition where it's saying this is car sprite touching the edge. Here, whichever edge you want to use, you can go for that one. I'm using the right. In case you have selected any other sprite and it is going in any other direction, you can change that accordingly. Similarly, if you want to move the sprite in the upward direction, you can change the value of y as well. So based on what you want, you can do the changes here. Now, if my sprite car will be touching the right edge, then what I want the same thing again. I want my sprite to come back to the original position. If not original, I will be going to the zero value or starting value. So it will be starting from the starting point of my screen from here, and it will be going towards the right hand side. From left to right, the car will be moving. I'll press on the play button. And let's see how it's working. Okay. If all of you can see, the car is continuously running and it's going from left to right. I hope this part is clear to everyone.
Can you please repeat this part alone now? Just the moving part alone.
So can you repeat what you are saying?
Please repeat just the moving part alone. Just moving. Just moving the sprite from left to right.
Yes, sir.
That part.
So, sir, we have taken a game loop here where we are saying the value of x. The car's x should be changing. So every time its value is changing, it's going towards the right side. In case you want to change it towards the left side, you can place the value as minus 0.3, for example. So it will be in the opposite direction. So based on what type of project you are creating, you can first select what value you want to change. After this, using the if condition from control section, I am putting a condition here that if my car is touching the right edge of my screen, then it has to come back to the original position. Or if you want to start it from the left-hand side, you can put that value here.
I'm sorry
That's
to
what we
interrupt
have
you.
done.
Sorry to interrupt you. Ma'am, like how do we arrive with this value 0.3? Because like when we work with the robots, right? There we give them milliseconds. So there is a value there. So what is the 0.3?
So in this case, sir, the values can be less than 1 only. We cannot go beyond 1. So whatever value you want to place, you have to place it between 0 to 1. So according to the speed.
How it is calculated? For example, like you say, it's the bottom half, I think is 800 pixels, right? So the car is in the midpoint, which is 400. So from there, like for it to move, like if it's 0.3, how many pixels will it move?
Sir, it's mainly the speed, not the pixel we are counting.
Speed. Okay, it's speed. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, sir. So that's what I'm saying. If I'm keeping it higher, the speed will be more. And if I'm keeping it lower, the speed will be less. Okay, sir. Any other doubts, anyone? Let me know whenever you all are done till here. Yeah, if sir is done, anyone else, if you are done? Okay, 2-3 people have already completed. Okay, fine. I think most of you are already done. Let's move ahead. Now, one thing which I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a sound here. So what I want is every time now my car is touching the right edge, there should be a sound coming. So I'm going to the sound section and we have two options available. One is the background music. This music is the music which will continuously be playing in the background. If you want to play the music continuously on when the entire game is going on, you can use the background music. Else, if you want to play the tone on a particular event is happening, then you can go for this play tone, and you can choose this as destroy tone, or you can choose any other tone as well. The event I am using here is when my car is touching the right edge, then the sound should be coming. So I'll place this block here. If this condition is getting true, that means the car is touching the right edge, then a sound should be played. If I play this once, let's see what sound is coming. Okay. The sound is not preferable here. So I'll go to the library and okay. Let me see all the okay. Okay, let's take this one. I'm taking a short beep. You can choose any other sound as well. Again, in case you don't want to select anything from here, you can upload your own sounds as well. I'm going to select this short beep 3. And now if I play the tone, if I play the game, the sound is not audible. My sound is not audible right now. I'll try again. Okay. I'm not able to hear the sound. If all of you can hear it, great. If not, then we can change the sound as well.
I'm not able to hear any sound.
Okay, I'll just change the sound. I'll go to the sound section. I think electric one is fine. I'm taking this one. I don't know why, but some error has happened. So I'm not able to hear the sound, but then in that case, let's take the destroy one. At least we are able to hear it. So now next thing which I want is every time the sound is audible and we are able to see that the car has moved or touched the right edge, we want to increase the score here. Okay, let's play a game where the sound is telling you that the score has achieved 1 score, 2 score, whatever score you want to get, the score is increasing. So in this case, I'm going to create a variable. The name of the variable I'm taking as score. And now I'll set the score in the setup section. Why in the setup? Because this initial score setup is happening once only, and the changing of the score will be happening multiple times. So initially we are setting the score value as 0. I'll take 0 from math here. That's the initial value. And from the game section, I'm saying set the game score to the variable value score. So every time the variable value increase, the score on my game will also increase. Okay. This is the first thing I have done. Then I'm saying if the value of my, if the car is touching the right edge, at that point, the score should increase. So I'm going to take this again, set score. And from math section, I'm going to increase the value. So I'm saying every time the car is touching the right edge, the score should increase by 10. And again, I'm going to duplicate this block, set game score to score variable. This is I have done here, and I'll show the preview how it's working. On the screen, you can see score is right now 0, 10, 20, 40, and so on. So right now, every time the car is touching the right edge, I was able to see the score is increasing. So you can try making this much. Shilpi ma'am, what error you are getting? Okay, I hope everyone is done till now.
मैम साहित्यकार का मतलब क्या होता है?
Can you repeat, ma'am?
Ma'am, one problem is there in my project. Earlier, the sound was coming, but when I added the score part, the sound is not coming now. The code is already the same, it's the same code, but after adding the score is increasing, but then sound is not coming.
Again, I request you to reload the page. I'll also try to reload and see if the sound is coming in my case as well. I was going for this one. I'll save this.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Hello. Okay. After reloading, I think the sound is audible. So, ma'am, I request you to save the game and then reload the page. Okay. Most of you are done. Should we move ahead, or there is some errors you are still facing?
Ma'am, in my case, the problem is same. Still, the sound is not coming.
In that case, ma'am, maybe you can share the code with me in the chat section. We can check that. Okay. I think most of you are done. Let's move ahead then. Now, in this case, we have not used any of the AI gestures, not even the hand one or the body pose. This was a proper basic game we have created without AI. Next thing which we will be now doing is to play the game with AI features. So I'll be going back to the new game. I'll open a new game builder hand gesture game. Again, after opening this new platform, we have to take game setup and game loop. I'll keep few things basically same. We have to first add a background. So I'll take a background. Again, your choice which type of background you want. I am, let's suppose, taking a color here. Let me just select one color. Maybe a, okay, sand one. Now, I'll go back. I'll select this color here. Now I have to select a sprite. In this case, I'm taking my sprite as animal. I'll take any one animal. Again, it's your choice which type of sprite you want to take. There are lots of animals available. Choose any one of your choice. I'll take a dog here. And select the picture as dog. Now, we need to first check the size of the dog. So in case we need to increase or decrease the size, we can do that. I'll play the game once. Okay, the size of the dog is fine. I want to increase it a little. So I'll go to the sprite section and I'll increase the size of the sprite by 150. Again, I'll press on the play button. Okay, now the size is fine for me. Now what we have to do here is we are using this hand gesture game mode. That simply means if I'm showing my hand in front of the camera, it should be able to recognize what type of gesture I'm creating. And based on that gesture, it should be able to do the work. So for doing that, I'll take this game loop here. And using the hand pose, I'll go to this hand pose section. We have two options available here. One is hand detected, another is get position of key point. First, we have to detect the hand, and for that, we need a control if condition. I am saying if my hand is detected, that means if the camera is able to detect my hand, in that case, it has to move the sprite, this dog, based on where my hand is moving. So I can move the sprite with the help of my hand. So if my hand is going in the right side, the dog should also go in the right. If my hand is going in the left side, it should also go in the left side. So in this case, I'll go to sprite. Again, I'll choose the section, I'll choose the block which is saying set sprite position to. And here, instead of selecting the position in X and Y, I want to select the position of my hand. Now, it's your choice which part of hand you want to select. If I press on this wrist option, it will show me the entire hand. Here you will find on my hand, it is showing different points or different notes. Each note has a value. So if you want to select one of the thumb, you can go for tip, you can go for the any of the points which are mentioned here, or you can go for the wrist. So in total, we have 21 points. Based on which one gesture you are selecting, you can select that one point here. I'm selecting wrist. So if I'm showing my wrist and wherever the wrist is going, the dog should also go in that particular direction. I'll increase the opacity here a little. Okay. Now I'll go to the preview section and here you can see there is a setting option available. I will turn on the key points so you can see the key points of my hand. And if I press on the play button, you can see my hand is visible and the key points of my hand are also there. So all the points you can notice here. And this is where you will find the wrist. And the dog is also, the center of the dog is also on the wrist. If I go left, it's going left. If I go right, it's going right. Up, down, left, right. So wherever I'm moving my hand, based on the value of the wrist, the dog is also moving. In case you don't want to see these key points, you can keep it off as well. And then also you can try. I hope this is also clear to everyone. Azad sir, which part you want me to repeat?
Ma'am, it is not going to that position where my wrist is going.
Okay. Can you just check once if you have taken the correct blocks? You have
Yes,
selected
ma'am.
wrist here.
Yes, ma'am.
And have you selected hand gesture mode, or you have selected the body pose net?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you share the code once with me?
What, ma'am?
Can you please share the code with me? There is this option of share code from where you can select the view only option, generate a link, and you can share this link with me.
Okay, ma'am, I will try.
Okay. Everyone else, I hope it's working.
Ma'am, I set the background image now blue. Now it is happening.
Okay, great. Anyone else who is facing some issue, or is it done by everyone? Okay. Most of the people are already done and they are not facing any such issue, which is great. So, as I have told you today, we will be only understanding how to use the hand gesture and body pose net. So I'm going to move to the next part of the game where we will be, instead of hand gesture, we will be selecting the body pose. So if all of you are done, let's move to the next part. Again, select new project, go to game builder, go for AI body pose game. Now the mode has changed. So you can see it's showing AI body pose game mode. Again, the game can be similar to what we had earlier. I can take a background. I can select a sprite here. Let's say a cat. Okay. And again, I need to check if the size of the cat is correct or not. So in this case, I'll press on the play button. Okay, this is fine. Using the game loop, we have to now move the sprite using the body gesture. So I'll go to this if condition. I'll go to control for the if condition again. And using the pose net, I will be detecting the pose of my body. Again, I'll set the position of the sprite to my body. Now, if I press on the nose option, it is going to give me 33 points here. The entire number of points it is able to detect on my body, 32 points. So you have to select which one, a particular point you want the sprite to follow. Do you want it to follow your eye? Do you want it to follow your shoulder, your hand, your knees, your uh, legs? Whichever point you want to use, take that point value. And whenever you will move that particular component, the sprite will also be moving in that direction. For now, I think the nose will be the most possible way to show the movement. So I'll take a nose here. So now every time I'll move the nose in different directions, I will be able to see that the sprite is moving in that particular direction. For that, again, I'll go to the preview section. I'll turn on the key point setting. I'll press on the play button. You can see on my nose, the sprite is there. If I move towards left or right, the sprite is moving in that particular direction. And you will be able to see all the points I'm having, like my hand is there, my shoulders are here, my eyes, my lips are also getting pointed here. I'll stop this. I'll remove the key points. And now try again. It's working for me. Everyone else, please check this out and let me know if it's working for you as well. To hide the body points, ma'am, you can go for the setting option in the preview, and key points options are available. You can either turn it on or turn it off as per your choice. Okay, great. I think it's working for all of you. Anyone has any doubts still here? Great. So if it's working for everyone, I am having an assignment for all of you, and I want all of you to try this right now. So you have to choose any one of the section. Either you want to go for a hand gesture, or if you want to go for a body net, any of the things you can choose. But you have to use a sprite, and using any of these features, you have to make the sprite visible and invisible. So let's say you are showing your hand gesture, one of the hand gesture. So the sprite is visible. And if you're showing another gesture, the sprite is invisible. Similarly, let's say if you are moving your body in a particular way, the sprite is visible, and in another way, the sprite is invisible. Can you all try making such project right now? Let's see how much you have already learned. Access to the platform to create the project. Archana ma'am, if you are signing in, you will be able to create the project by your own. Just sign in on the Avishkaar website and you will be able to access AMS. The question is either by using your hand gesture or by using your body pose net, you have to make the sprite visible or invisible. If anyone is having any doubts related to the codes which we have created, feel free to let me know. I can explain the things again. And in case you have already understood, you can work on the code which I have asked you to make.
Ma'am, please help me with the last line. I missed that of the code.
Sure, I'll share the screen again. Is my screen visible?
It's coming. Yeah, now it's visible. Thank you.
No problem. I can see most of you are already done. So, Pragya ma'am, if you are done, would you like to share the code? Yes, Vikas sir, you want to say something? Vikas sir, you want to say something? I'm not able to hear you if you're saying something.
No, I'm still on the code.
No problem. Take your time.
Okay.
Okay, I got the code from Pragya ma'am. Let me try opening this. This is the code which we have already done, ma'am, right? Okay. Okay, I got this one. If the position middle finger, then visible, and if the fingertip, middle fingertip, okay, hidden. Okay. I'll just see if anyone else has also shared the code. We got one more code here. Okay, if pose detected, hidden, and if not detected, then visible. Okay. In case you're not aware how to share the code, I'll just share the screen. Here you can see the share code option is available. You have two options to share the code. Either you can edit the access where you will be able to send the code and I can edit it. Or you can go for view only where you can send the code and I cannot change the code. I can only see the code. After selecting view only, you can go for generate link. Copy this link and you can share it in the chat section. Yes, the recording will be shared with you on the emails. So those who have joined late, don't worry, we will be sending it to you on the email. I have received few more codes. Let me just see. Okay. So here is a background, there is a man. And if the hand is detected, okay, so the man is moving with the help of the wrist which we have seen. Okay, in this case, sir, if you are using this particular part where the man is moving based on your wrist point, then we don't need to place the man anywhere. He's there in the center of the screen in the initial settings. And as soon as you will start moving the hand, it will be moving accordingly.
Actually, starting camera was not working, ma'am. So I placed him there.
Okay.
Excuse me, just one quick clarification. It's like when you show a pose, the sprite should be visible, and when you take it away, the sprite should become invisible. That's the project, right?
The one which I can see right now is not the similar one.
No, ma'am. Like I'm asking, this is the one which you asked me to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'll just show you one of the way what I'm talking about. So let's say I'm saying if my nose is visible, instead of moving the sprite, I want, let's say the visibility. If pose detected and if it's I just open another one. Just a second. Hand is detected visible, otherwise it's invisible. Okay. I'm saying if my pose is detected and if the pose is nose, then I have to see the sprite. Else, I don't want to see the sprite. Okay, I want to make it invisible. Now let me try if it's working. So here, if my nose is visible, the sprite is there. If I cover the face, then it should not be there. Okay, I'll just do a change here. Let me try now. Anything is not working. If the position, I'll just check the code one more time. Yeah, I have kept the visibility. I'm just checking what's the issue. If the visibility of the key point moves, cat should be visible, else it should not be. Pose detected visible, otherwise hidden. Let's see this one. Okay, it's visible. If I, okay. Yeah, this one is working. So here it's only detecting if the pose is there or not, which is fine. I'll see 2, 3 more. Okay. So if the pose is detected and position we are taking as nose, else we are hiding the sprite. Okay. Okay, if the nose. In this case, it's not visible. In this case, you have to take the position, I believe. Position for the position section. So I'll take this one here. Okay. Okay, so most of you have already done this. Anyone else has any doubts or queries still here? Fine. No, okay. Anyone who was not able to create the games? How can we move the background? You can move the background or you want to change the background. In case you want to change the background, that is like, you can put a condition. Let's say I'll just open a previous code which we have already done. This one. Okay. Not this one. Okay, let's suppose this one, I have a background here I'm saying if the pose is detected, then I want to change the background. So I can simply change the background to something else. Let's say I'll select another background here. Maybe something this one. And I'll change it to this. So every time my pose will be detected, the background will be changed. So initially it was blue in color. As soon as my pose was detected, my nose was detected, the background has changed. If I'm moving somewhere else, the sprite is moving and the background has changed now. Is it clear, sir? If you want to add some hurdle, you have to add some hurdle. That means you need to add some more sprites. Background can never act as a sprite. It is just for the sake of being there, but you cannot use it as a hurdle. So in case you want to add hurdles, you need to add more sprites and you can use them as hurdles. Any other doubts you have, sir? Anyone who is facing any issue or has any doubts, let me know. Okay, fine. So I think we have completed today's agenda. We have done the coding for the basic game where we are not using any of the AI features. And then we have created two different projects where we have understood how to use your hand gesture and your body pose. Tomorrow, we will be working on hand gesture and we will be making a game of egg collector where we will be understanding how to create the entire game where we will be doing lots of block coding and we will be using the hand gesture to make the entire game. I received one more code here. I'll just check this one out. Detected, hidden or visible. Okay. Okay, if my hand is detected, then it's keeping the dog as visible, else invisible. Yes, this game is working fine, sir. Shadrat, sir, you have shared the game and it's working fine. Nice. Anyone else wants to share the game or if you have any queries?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining. I'll see you in the next session. Yes, Shashikant, sir.
Ma'am, I can't save the code. When I click on save, space in program name it is not allowed. It is showing that.
Okay, that means when you are writing the name of the code, name of the project, you cannot add a space in between. You can use underscore for adding a space, but space as such is not allowed. So if I'm using as body pose, I'll put a space, it will not allow me to save it. Remove the space and then it will be able to save the code. Is it clear?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Ma'am, I have shared the car projects with you in the messenger box. Can you please check why your sound is not coming?
Sure. Let me just open the screen once. Ma'am, where you have shared it?
In the message box, ma'am. Link, Priyanka.
Okay.
No, ma'am, not this one. The latest one that I have shared.
I don't think I have received it yet. Can you try sharing it again? I have received one from Rashmi ma'am. Okay. If hand is detected, the background is different. And if it's not detected, the background is different. Okay. Right. This is working, ma'am. Great. Rashmi ma'am, your project is also working. Yes, Priyanka ma'am, I have received yours also. Let me just share the screen. Okay, it's a hand gesture game. And we're background, we have kept the car and position. If car is touching the edge, okay. Let me just play this game once. I'm able to hear the sound. What was the issue you were facing?
Okay, ma'am. I can't hear my sound. That's why I dropped.
Okay. But now you were able to hear it, right?
No, ma'am. Still, I can't hear my sound. But
No. When I was playing, you were able to hear it?
it's working at your side, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You can hear the sound.
Yes, I can hear the destroy sound.
Okay, then fine. Okay.
Okay. No problem. Okay, I have received one more code from Akash Rawat, sir. Okay. If the position is middle finger, then set sprite visibility to hidden, else visible. Okay, let me just try this one. It's working, sir. Great. Okay. Sure, ma'am. Archana, ma'am, you have joined late. No problem. You can complete the projects and you can share it afterwards as well. If you want to share your projects, we will be able to see them later on as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I'll see you in the next session tomorrow. Bye. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am.
Video will be available. The recording will be available on the emails to everyone. So you can just check your emails after some time.
Okay, no, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Sir, if possible, can you share the link of the code instead of sharing the image?